In this lesson we're looking at standard deviation, and it's the most commonly used measure of spread. So unlike the mean, it uses every single score in the data set. So our standard deviation, it uses every score, or its value depends on every score. So if we're looking at our samples and populations, the sample mean, they're called statistics, and in our population standard deviation, so you can see there's some different symbols here. So sample standard deviation is an S, and the population standard deviation is our delta symbol, and the population mean are called our parameters. So using our calculator statistics mode, we need to find correct to one decimal place the standard deviation of each data set below. The maximum daily temperature in degrees Celsius in Maitland for the first 2 weeks of December. So we have all of our scores here. Now, on the side, I've put in different ways and different things that you can find on your calculator using your statistics mode. So we're going to use these in finding the standard deviation. So, if I follow those steps on our calculator, so what I need to do first, I need to put my calculator into statistics mode. So I have to go mode 2, and then I want this first one, which is one variable. And it gives me our X column. So I'm simply going to enter in each set of data that is here and press equals. So 21, 22, and you can see each one when it goes in, so you can make sure you're entering them correctly. Okay, so I've entered in those 14 scores, and then what we need to do is we need to not clear this data, but we want to then go back to be able to find information that we need to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press our clear, so AC, and that data has been stored in the calculator for the time being. So what I'm now going to do is I am going to find the mean and the standard deviation. I know it only asks for standard deviation, but you can do the mean of this as well. So we're going second, and then we're going to press 1 for our stats mode. And you can see here again, we've got lots of different items here that we can find. So if I'm trying to find the standard deviation or the mean, I'm going to go into this variable, so 4. And then I have these symbols. So the symbols that I am looking for the standard deviation is going to be this one here, the little delta sign with an X. So if I press 3 and then equals, this tells me my standard deviation. And what it's wanting is this number to one decimal point. So my standard deviation is going to be 3.99489, but I want it to one decimal place. So that just becomes 4.0 degrees Celsius. And what our standard deviation tells us is how far away numbers are from the mean. So if I go back into my calculator, I can then press AC again, and I can go and find, if I wanted to find the mean, I can go to mean, which is 2, and go equals. So my mean is 28.4, and you can see that looking at the data that 28 is in the middle there roughly. Now, each time we do a calculation using our calculator, we need to make sure we clear all of the data, otherwise it's continually stored there. So to clear our data, we press second, 9, which has this CLR for clear, 3, and then equals AC. So now that calculator is fresh, ready for the next lot of information that we're going to input. So then I would need to find the stem and leaf plot contains the marks out of 50 in a maths test for a class of students. So again, we want to find that standard deviation. So we're going to, again, input the data. So we go mode 2 and 1, puts us into our stats mode. We're going to enter in the term or the numbers in our stem and leaf. So remember, this is written as 17, 19, 22. So 17 equals 19. It takes a bit of time just to input the data. But as I said, you can go back and check if you make a mistake. You can arrow up and down, and you can go and edit any numbers, any bits of data that you entered incorrectly. Okay, so we have 20 students, and we can check by counting STEM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we know we're fine there. So we press our AC button, and now to go back, again, that data is stored. We go second, and then this stats variation or variable. We're going to our variable, and we want our standard deviation, which is 3, and equals. So my standard deviation is 9.1185, and that continues. And again, I want it to 1 decimal point, so 9.1.